Good afternoon. We have you scheduled in for an appointment to test your pupil dilation and to hopefully come up with a way to treat or to find the reasons for your eye strain and the subsequent headaches that you've been experiencing, very likely to be associated with it. Okay. We have you right now in a somewhat dim room, but the intention, or at least the plan of this diagnostics, is to find a color spectrum that is comfortable for your eyes and that we can accurately measure your pupil dilation, and also to see if we can relieve some of the stress behind your eyes and come up with a plan to treat these headaches and eye strain when they occur, as well as prevention. Okay. Now, how often do you frequently use electronic devices? Tablet, cell phone, computer? Very frequently? When you're reading a tablet or a phone, what position do you normally use it at? Do you normally hold it upright? Do you hold it close to your face, far away? Do you have to frequently adjust the distance? And do you normally look down like this? Okay. Do you believe you suffer from neck strain as well? Okay. That's often accompanied with tablet and phone use, even computer use nowadays. With laptops, most of the time they're not quite at eye level and we find ourselves hunching over to read them. Okay. And when you use electronic devices, do you typically use them in a dimly lit room, or do you typically have them in broad daylight where the brightness of the screen is equivalent or similar to that of the room? Okay. Nighttime. Okay. I'm going to adjust the color of the lighting in this room, and I'm going to measure your pupil dilation. It's not a very bright light, so if we go to a white light, it's usually a very cold light. I'd like to take a look at your pupil dilation after being exposed to this light. So it's been dim enough. I'm going to go ahead and just look into your right eye. Further away. And then as I come closer, okay. I'm going to let you go ahead and just relax your eyes here for a second. And then I'm going to take a look at your other eye, okay? Watching the dilation as we get close, and then further away. Okay. Alright. I'm going to dim the lights just a little bit here while I make some records. associate white or blue light to be associated with cold, and this often produces a good amount of eye strain. It's both a psychological and also a reactionary influence. Now this spectrum, now that your eyes have had a chance to adjust, I'm going to come in and look again at your right eye. Now would you say that this color of light is difficult to adjust in? Does it hurt your eyes at all? Okay. Just going to make a very quick note. Normal dilation, but increased strain. Okay, now this is more of a green. Do you normally feel uncomfortable with a green light? Not so much? Okay. If it's okay, I'd just like to feel your temples and also here for any kind of muscle retraction. Now I'm going to watch your pupil dilation after being exposed to the green light. And again on your left side. Now yellow and orange. This is kind of a light color. It's a very warm color. Just feel for any abnormal eye strain. Do you feel uncomfortable in this color of light? Not your favorite? It's not a very comfortable light for many. We're going to be looking at your dilation. Very close up. Yeah, most of the time when we do these tests, people will come to the conclusion that this is probably not the light color that they want to use in their homes. Okay. Moving to a little bit more of a dark spectrum. Red is often easier on the eyes for dilation, so you might feel your eyes relaxing, but at the same time it's also not very gentle. Feel for any additional eye strain. And last but not least, it's going to be a combination of a warm and cold. It's a sort of a purple. This is not a comfortable light. I'm going to adjust the brightness of this. So that should bring the intensity down. How about now? Test for any eye strain. turn this back into a warm, more relaxed hue. Now I'm going to focus on creating an atmosphere for your pupil dilation to strain less, and also to focus on the muscles around that area. One last test that I would like to watch in this new lighting environment. I'd like to watch you follow the pen light. Thank you. Statistically, this is probably the most comfortable lighting. It's a combination of a warm light, but it's also only about 100 lumens, so it's not overly bright. This would be an ideal environment to be using something like a tablet or a computer screen, because the backlight will keep your eyes at a consistent dilation, but at the same time, if you put the tablet down, you'll be able to adjust to the immediate surroundings and be able to see normally. Part of the treatment for this I would like to do would be to first try to loosen up these areas right here. Also into your forehead. You may not realize it, but a lot of the times when we strain our eyes or when we struggle to look at something in the dark, our eyebrows and our forehead muscles here get very tender. Also to focus on some of your neck here and massage to get those muscles to relax. A good practice that would be helpful would be to use your tablet, your phone, your computer at a raised level so that when you're viewing it, it's almost at eye level, and that way you're not causing the extra strain on your neck. So I'm going to focus on your eyes first, and I'm just going to gently massage all the areas where the muscles react around your eyes. You can close your eyes for this if you wish. In fact, it's usually beneficial. Focus on one eyebrow at a time. And the forehead muscles. Your temple. Now your other eyebrow. recommendation I can give when you're using a tablet or a computer for a fairly significant amount of time, 20 to 30 minutes, is to just periodically look away from the screen and focus on an object relatively close to your face. Hold this at a distance closer than you would normally hold a tablet, and then slowly back away and watching that object. Hold it out to about arm's length, bring it back, and repeat the process 3 to 5 times. What this normally does is the equivalent of stretching. When we're using a computer or a tablet and our neck is downward for a long period of time, we find ourselves sometimes subconsciously rolling our head and letting those muscles stretch. And the muscles in the back of our eyes and our cornea, they do very similar things. So by taking an object and moving it back and forth, that will allow your eyes to focus, allow those muscles to stretch, and better circulation to them. I'm going to take a couple of moments here and focus on the sides and the back of your neck, right where that muscle strain occurs. So if you don't mind, I'm just going to reach behind your collar here. I'm going to start at the base of your neck. Just breathe and just relax. You can close your eyes if you'd like. Rise up your neck a little bit here. Just allow your neck to recline. Allow the weight of your head to just fall into my hands. I'm going to move my hands down inside your collar a little bit more. Just rub the tops of your shoulders a little bit more. And pinch that muscle. Allow it to get new circulation. Pinch again. And release. I'm going to come back to your eyes a little bit. I'd like you to close your eyes for me. And I'm going to just very gently pull up on the skin on your forehead. Let some of your face muscles just stretch. So just pull on your ears a little bit, pull them back. The sides of your neck. And now that you're much more relaxed, I'd like you to open your eyes. And I'm going to watch your pupil dilation now at this extent. Okay. Okay. Your pupil dilation is actually much more responsive once it's had time to relax. So let's see if we can get your eyes nice and calm again. You're in no rush to leave the office here. If you would like to stay, that's perfectly fine. Just rest and relax. Just as a note for future computer use, if you find yourself struggling to stare at a screen for a very long time, remember your exercise. Taking an object and focusing on it back and forth. Recline your neck. And sometimes just a little bit of physical stimulation can also be very beneficial. Okay. I'll write up the report with those recommendations. And we'll see you next time.